I'm going to talk to you about a formula, or rather a ratio, that you must absolutely master and understand if you're looking to grow a profitable business to the 7-figure or higher range. And if you understand this ratio, you'll be able to make better decisions on how to spend your budgets, predict advertising results, how profitable you'll be, and how many customers you can get. And just note, this is a video very much more for intermediate to advanced sellers. My name is Azain, and I'm from SellerMetrics, an Amazon agency dedicated to guiding Amazon sellers to massive brand growth through listing and PPC optimizations. So in this video, we're going to discuss the following: what the formula is and what it means, how to calculate the formula with a walkthrough on Amazon, and how to influence the formula and optimize your budget spend to really grow your brand and get more sales. So what is the formula? The formula that I was talking about is lifetime value to the cost of customer acquisition, aka LTV to CAC. Optimizing this ratio is going to allow you to practically print money. And you may have heard of this ratio before, but you may not know how to calculate it on Amazon. So lifetime value to cost of customer acquisition. A very simple explanation for this ratio is the following: how much money do I make for every dollar that I put in? For example, if I have an LTV to CAC ratio of 10-1, that means I make $10 for every $1 I spent. Now, I know this is hard math and it's not like a fancy hack that you can implement quickly. However, understanding this formula is the key to being a real brand owner that can scale up to the 7 or 8-figure business levels. I'm going to break down this formula and teach you how to calculate this using the data that Amazon provides. And if you like this kind of content, make sure you like and subscribe. Cool. So let's get into Amazon just to get to the dashboard so you can retrieve all the numbers you need. So here we are in the cover of Seller Central. At the top left, click the 3 dashed lines, go down to brands. And the first option there is brand analytics, and it will take you to this page where it gives you a nice pie chart. You got all these statistics and information, and it looks a little bit daunting. This is a very underutilized dashboard, but this is where all the magic happens. So we're going to start with LTV, lifetime value of a customer. In other words, how much total money you will get from a customer. Okay. So it can be calculated as the following: average order value, AOV, times the purchase frequency, F, times the lifespan of a customer. First, we want to make sure that we are doing this for a certain time period. I like to do it for 1 year. So I would say yearly, and I would say 2024. The longer the reporting range, the better the data you will have, because you've had enough time to collect meaningful data. You can do it for even as short as 1 week, but it's not going to be as accurate. So I'm just going to do 1 year. Okay. So once again, average order value times purchasing frequency times the lifespan of a customer. So to calculate average order value, basically this is the amount they spend on one purchase, which is equal to the sales divided by order. And this is the following. So we have their sales for 2024, which is $4,091,412.20. And we got to divide by that by the total number of orders, which in my case was 11,777 orders. Okay. And the number we get is $3,441.72. In other words, each order averages this purchase value. Then we got to figure out how many times did customers typically purchase. So that would be the total number of orders divided by the total number of customers. So that is, in my case, this number right here, 11,777 orders divided by the total number of customers, which is at the top left here, which is 10,417. That gives us a number of 1.113. So that means that on average, my customers purchase my product on average of 1.13 times. Of course, a person can't actually purchase something that many times, 1.13. It's just that some people bought more than once from my brand and some people did not, thus averaging it across all orders. The average is 1.13. Lastly, we got lifespan of a customer. This one's a bit more challenging since the dashboard doesn't actually give it to you directly. For the sake of simplicity, we're going to simply state 1 year, but ideally you have actual retention data. So LTV, reminder, is AOV times F times lifespan. So $3,441.72 times 1.13 times 1 year, which equals $3,889.14. In other words, each customer makes me $3,889.14 in revenue. Okay. I'm going to repeat that. One customer that comes to my brand generally, on average, makes me $3,889.14. Now we have one half of the equation. The next is the cost of customer acquisition. This one's a lot easier to calculate since this is the measure of ad spend required per customer. And the formula is as follows: CAC equals total ad spend divided by the total number of new customers. Now we already have the total number of new customers, which is 10,417. Now we just got to figure out how much is our total ad spend. So to do that, all you have to do is go back to your Seller Central. At the top left, click the 3 dashed lines, go to advertising, go to your campaign manager. And that'll take you to this page, which gives you very cleanly how much spend you did on ads and how many sales and ACOS and all that stuff. But you obviously have to do it for the range that you're calculating everything for. So I did 1 year and I did it for 2024. You can do that by changing the date here. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to get into all of that. But the total ad spend I had for 2024 was $532,710. So going back to this dashboard, we have total ad spend, $532,710 divided by the total number of customers, which is 10,417. Okay, which gives us $51.10. Okay, what this means is I have to spend $51 on average to acquire one new customer. So my ratio, LTV to CAC, is now $3,889.14 over $51.10, which if you actually calculate it is I make $76 for every dollar I spend, which is actually not bad. But we're in business here and what we want to do is grow and increase our profits. So this begs the question, how does this help us make more money, this ratio of LTV to CAC? Well, at a macro level, there's only two ways. We either make more money per customer, thus making the side of LTV a larger number, or we acquire the customers for cheaper. In other words, the CAC side number gets smaller, or ideally both. So knowing this formula allows you to make concentrated efforts towards the goal. And I'll start with CAC, cost of customer acquisition. We want to reduce this number so it takes less input of money to make the same amount of money or to make more money. Since CAC is the cost of our customer acquisition, this effectively is our efforts at converting customers at a lower price. Thus, in the context of Amazon, we can do it by the following ways. One, we can increase the conversion rates of ads by making better ads. Let's say you have a lot of off Amazon ads on Google, Facebook, or TikTok, or Instagram. Experiment with better ad images or videos and improve conversion. You can make different types of images. You can make better hooks, better videos, higher quality videos, things like that. Anything that will make the ads convert at a higher rate. Okay. So that means if you have a higher conversion of ads, you're making more money per less dollar spent. Another way is running more concentrated campaigns on highly converting keywords. So the past year, 2024, I spent a lot of money trying to figure out which keywords would work for my ads, right? So I found a lot of keywords that I spent money on, but didn't actually convert to a sale. So it was a very much a kind of a founding campaign to discover new keywords. But this time, now that I have a year's worth of data, instead of trying to spend a lot of the budget on finding more keywords, I'm going to spend most of the budget on keywords that I know convert already, thus allowing me to spend more money on the keywords that actually make me money and convert. The next way is placements of ads. This can be on better search results, on competing products, and so on and so forth. And all of this ad strategy is a huge component to Amazon, of course. So this is where we can help you out big time for free. If you want to learn more on how you can optimize Amazon PPC, you can get a free copy of our ebook, The Ultimate Guide to Amazon Ads, Advanced Tactics and Best Practices. This book has received a 4.8 out of 5-star rating on Amazon and has helped beginners and advanced sellers alike. Click the link in the description below to sign up to our emailing list and receive a free copy. Okay, so we know how to reduce the cost of customer acquisition. What about getting more revenue per customer? This is by trying to increase the LTV side of the ratio. Let's look at the formula again and see what metrics we can change. Remember, LTV is calculated by average order value times the frequency of purchases times the lifespan of the customer. Let's start with average order value. Per order, how can we get the customer to spend more money? The first and most simple way is simply increase the price of the product. If you increase the price of the product, they're spending more money per order, which obviously makes sense. Now, you have to do a full price analysis to see if your product can do that. You might find out that increasing the price reduces the number of customers that purchase, but remember, always do the math. Maybe that still makes you more money in the long run. Or maybe it actually doesn't increase or decrease the number of customers you get at all. Thus, you make more money. So very, very simple, increase the price of the product. The second way is cross-sell or upsell items. Placing ads for complementary or better products by targeting your own listing. So cross-selling is very simple. Let's say I sell a headset. I can sell additionally and separately additional detachable mics, right? Thus giving them accessories to purchase, and you cross-sell a very complementary adjacent item, thus increasing their order value. Upselling items. I sell this mic. This mic is very simple. It has one function, 2 functions, 3 functions, but maybe there's another mic that does better in a different scenario or in more scenarios. Let's say I can't take this mic outside, but maybe I have a mic that can work both inside and outside. That's an upsell. It costs more money, but it is obviously more featureful. Thus, by placing ads for that upsell, that better mic on this mic's listing, could potentially consider buying more. The next way to get more money out of people is get people to buy more times. And one really useful way to do this is using a product insert. So whenever people purchase an item, they open up the packaging, then there's this little card. On this little card is a QR code, which they can scan, which takes them to your website. On your website, you can say, hey, if you give us your email, we'll give you a 10%, 20%, 30%, whatever, discount on your next purchase, right? So this is another way to get them to buy more times, right? So far we have increased the price, get them to buy better products or more products, or get them to buy more times. Lastly, the one I'm going to cover is converting a no sale to a sale. So you can target your own product with ads for a cheaper, less featureful product. So maybe they were looking at buying this mic, but this mic is too expensive and has features that they don't really need. Maybe I can target my own ads with a less featureful but also cheaper mic, thus enabling them or allowing them to consider a product from your brand that can meet their needs and save them some money. So this is good. Even though they're spending less money, at least they're spending some money rather than no money. So that's another way to do it. Anyways, that's everything I'm going to cover for how you can influence this formula. There's a lot more ways to do so and impacting all the different areas. But by understanding this formula and how to impact it, you will have far more control over your business earnings and will be able to make much more concentrated efforts with campaigns and specific goals in mind to really promote growth. It's not necessarily easy, but mastering this formula is essential for anyone who's really looking to grow a brand beyond intermediate selling to advanced. And if you would like more guidance on really mastering this or helping us mastering this for you or with you, we can help like this. If you're an Amazon seller that wants to grow your Amazon profits, schedule a discovery call in the link below. We are an Amazon agency that helps our clients grow their revenue and their profits and optimize their PPC. And that's it for this video, guys. Until next time, happy selling.